Hey Taurus. Okay, I just had to start recording because I'm inspired. I was shuffling, right? And I shuffled the cards, like the pre-reading cards, the general reading cards. I shuffle them before here, let me close the door. I shuffle them before I come on so that I have optimum amount, like a maximum amount of time to talk to you about them. And it was really cool. When I was thinking to myself, I was like, Taurus, in my head, based on what the cards I saw on the table were already, I was like, Taurus, y'all need your friends. Y'all need your friends. And then out pops the Lenormand card. And it's just like, I was like, what the? It kind of blew me away. So let me just say this. Y'all need your friends. Like this week, and I say week, it's whenever you're seeing this, because it's not a timestamp. I believe messages come whenever they're supposed to come to you. So, you know, the date is the date, but it's this energy around you now. Understand that you need your friends. Y'all need your friends. And you're on a very delicate part of your journey right now. And that is when the road starts to, transition. It's like that turning point. It's like, things start to get a little bit rougher, things start to get a little bit harder, and because of it, you start to get discouraged. You start to feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have started this, or maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, right? Because it was going really smoothly and everything was all great. People were cheering me on and everything was happening correctly. But now it's getting a little bit more scary. It's getting a little bit more competitive. It's getting a little harder. It's just getting a little bit more difficult. I'm getting challenged more from people instead of supported and encouraged. Is it still what you love? You got to ask yourself that question. Is it still what you adore? Understand, you are not doing this to get the job. You are not doing this to get the raise. You are not doing this to get the part. You are not doing this to get that person's attention. You are not doing it for any of those reasons. And if you are doing the wrong thing. You're on the wrong path. The reason why you are doing it is because you love the process. You love this doing. You love everything about being in and interacting and doing this. So if you can still say at the end of the day, do I love this? Is this something that I still love? Do I love it? You know, is there an actual value deep inside my heart that it just sings every time, as rough as it gets, as competitive as it gets, as challenging, as criticism, all the criticisms that I get, or as complex as it gets? Is it still something that at the end of the day, my heart is just like, I just love being a part of it? Then you are on the right path. It doesn't matter if that path is getting dark. It doesn't matter if it's getting pebbly. It doesn't matter if obstacles are starting to go uphill. That doesn't matter. All that means is that you're going to have to screw your courage to the sticking place, and you're going to have to endure whatever is put in front of you, because there's always going to be sunshine on the other side of the mountain, and then there's always going to be another fucking mountain. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's just ebb and flows to all of life. What you need right now, and this is why it's such an integral part of your reading, why I started off your reading with it, is y'all need your friends. You need your friend. You need to be at a point in your life where you're not too proud, that you don't have this kind of like negative and really imprisoning self-talk in your head that if I can't figure this out by myself, that I'm not good enough at it, or I should be able to do everything by myself. I should be able to do all the odds and ends and all the bits and pieces. I should be able to make this work all by myself. I should be able, like, if you are convincing yourself that the only way you are valuable or worthy of this is if you go it alone, then that's actually just negative self-talk. It's messy, it's sloppy, and it's counterintuitive actually to what you want to accomplish right now, because there's a great deal of wisdom as well as love and support that you will actually need coming from your friends. Now, what's really interesting is it's almost, I gotta say this to you right now, you may be at a point where it seems a little scary, and it seems like, why would you even recommend that? You just talked about things getting rougher. Don't I have to like screw my courage to a sticking place and keep moving forward? All that's true, but there's different ways to be courageous, right? And sometimes the biggest way to be courageous is delegating responsibilities. There is a call right now to you to delegate your responsibilities. I don't know if you're a big bad business person and you're starting to pick your staff, or it's just these little things of like, you know, I can't do all of this. Maybe I really, you're a high schooler and you really want this part in the play, but you have like 3 finals coming up and you have to babysit your younger brother and sister this weekend, and ultimately, where is your heart at? If it's with the play and that's your most important thing, then what you're gonna have to do right now is, this is all a metaphor, you know, I know the age demographic of my people, okay? I know y'all probably like 38 to 40. I get it. But the bottom line is, it's a metaphor. It's like you're going to have to be really have faith enough in the rightness of what you love to go ahead and say, you know, Mom, I really can't babysit tonight, or you know, ask your other brother or sister to take over and say, you know, next month I'll do you a favor. You do have to take your finals, but kind of like just study for them 5 minutes each subject over the course of the night. Don't like shove yourself into it, because the truth is, I'm just gonna say this, you know, okay, maybe you get a B on your final instead of an A. Maybe you get a C+ instead of a B+. As long as you pass, and as long as it keeps your GPA solid, you are allowed to take a break from, or not put as much focus in those things that you need to do, that are obligatory to do, but that it's not really, it's not you. It's not what really matters to you. So this is really about being honest with yourself, even in confronting somebody else's disappointment in you, simply because you are prioritizing things right now, and you're prioritizing them based on your heart and where your heart is leading you. And I can tell you from the look of the cards, from what I'm reading right now, you're halfway there. You know, this is, let me show you, because this is not fucking like in any way a coincidence. Taurus. Oh God. Okay. So you know that tomorrow, actually today, because Taurus always comes out, unless you're watching the extended on Vimeo, because the extended always comes out the day that I record it. But over here on YouTube, it's a day later. So today is Thursday. Now Thursday is a full moon, and it is a full moon in Leo. And I am not joking, y'all. These are 2 fucking cards that came out. Now, that if you're watching now and it is around the full moon in Leo, or you could be watching 6 months from now, but the bottom line is, what does Leo energy teach us? Leo energy teaches us to have faith, believe in, and support our heart. What our heart is calling us to do. Now, what is your heart? Okay, good answer, people. Maybe you'll study for that physiology or biology course. It is an organ in your body, technically a muscle. I get it. I'm talking about, okay, we have to nurture ourselves, right? We have to keep our hearts healthy. Sometimes we got to do what we don't want to do to keep our hearts healthy, like stop eating shit or don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's pleasurable to us does not mean it's doing our heart any favors. That's a really good metaphor. So thank you for leading me there. But in terms of our heart and our life's purpose, and that is what Leo energy, the 5th house, talks about. What is your life's purpose? That's what the sun sign, your sun sign, is about. Your sun sign is where the sun was on the day you were born. It's illuminating really the mentality of your life's purpose and what your life's purpose, the conduit through which you live your life's purpose, right? My sun is in Cancer, so I know that my life's purpose comes from my family, growing a family, parenting, and it, you know, parenting revolutionized everything about my life and gave me strength to follow my life's purpose. So I know, so that's just an example of what the sun and Leo energy really tells you about yourself and means to you. So what it's telling me is you got the new moon card right here, which is the start. And then you've got the full moon card, which is the finish. So this could also be suggesting that within 2 weeks, because it's 2 weeks from a new moon to a full moon, that you are going to start to see some changes or start to see some progress into the last quadrant of your journey. But we also got this card, which is hold your vision. And it was, tell me that's not perfect, y'all. You got the new moon of one suit, of one sign. You got hold your vision, which is halfway point. And then you got the full moon. So there's just this sense of the full gamut, the full journey, but also this is where y'all at now, right? This is where you're at now. And that's why it's kind of like a, iffy point right now. That sense, it's so easy when you're at the halfway mark to decide to go back, to decide that you're messing up, this isn't happening quickly enough, to decide that something must be wrong if you are starting to experience obstacles. It's so tender at that halfway point, because going back looks as logical as moving forward. In fact, moving forward could look a little less logical, because moving forward, there's a bunch of unknowns, but moving back, you already blazed that trail. So it's already something that's particularly obvious to you. That's easier back there, you know? So it's a very tempting place, and I want you to keep moving forward. And the way that you can really keep yourself on that path is 100% to call out to your friends. This is support of your friends. Now, this is also a sense of something with your friends. There could be happening in your social circles right now. Something, hold on, give me a second. Because we're at Taurus, and who was I at this morning? Aries. You know, this could be happening in some way. No. Friendship. I think this is all, a lot of this stuff is happening in your 11th house. So this could be of society, of community, of introducing yourself socially, of becoming a part of a different group of friends. So it could be shifting, and that causes a lot of fear, because it's almost like your loyalties are shifting. Or that you find that you're in the middle of, and this could be one of the challenges, and we'll get deep into the challenges when we go into tarot. There's always a full tarot card extended spread. And so we'll get into the exact challenges and how to overcome them. But this is part of it. It's like loyalties are changing. There's sort of like an awakening, and you can't hate yourself for it, and you can't you can't hate yourself for it, and you can't keep yourself away from it. Loyalties are changing. Maybe something that looked good to you or was good to you, people that were good to you 4 years ago are not the same people that you got to be with now. There is some sort of change or shift in the loyalties of people around you. And even if it is happening to you, it's not happening because of you. Like, there's just this sense of let people go in peace, let people go. Don't let pride get in your way, because that's sort of like the key to the completion here is keeping yourself and your sort of unharmonious vibrations, just tuning them up and keeping them. It's going to be real difficult, but keep them fine-tuned and keep them harmonious right now, because this kind of thing of well, I don't want to do it, or I don't want to watch that, I don't want to go to their show, or I don't want to show up at their meeting because they didn't show up for me. That kind of mentality you really have to watch out for right now, because that's the kind of mentality that will block you being able to really grow and prosper and finish a part of your life, or even just admitting you need help. Like I said in the beginning, this sense of, no, I got it myself. No, I got it myself. Like thinking like you have to be everything, almost like being a responsibility whore. Like, watch out for that kind of behavior right now, because that will hold you back, and it will also make you trip and not perform as well as you could have if you just like give it over to God. check this out. Now we have these spiritual awakening cards, these talk to God. This is 11 too, so it's awakening. Reach out to God. It could very well be that you're being told to pray. It's not necessarily your friends, but it could be a religion, or just using your religion or your religious traditions or your spirituality to pray, to reach out and pray. This is a wonderful time to actually just use your faith to connect to help and assistance. Even just the belief that the assistance is out there for you. Even just the belief that if you ask, you will receive, the help will come to you. All of that is going to feed your spirit right now and help you to not only grow, blossom, shine, but let's put it this way, show up your best self, turn out your best work, turn out your best performance. It's those prideful feelings of, oh no, I want to look like the master of everything, so I'm going to do everything by myself. Or no, you know, I'm not going to show up for them because they didn't show up for me. Or, you know, be really careful right now, because as the moon enters Leo, we can get extremely prideful. Our egos can get extremely vulnerable and tender, and we can behave, and even if you're a Taurus, doesn't matter, we can behave in ways that are self-defeating based on pride. Okay. New beginning. There is definitely changes, and also ties to the past that you have, or happy birthday, Doug Denny, you're being asked to let go of. Definitely liberation and freedom. It's also saying, this card is also an implication that you do have whatever kind of challenges, or it's like, let go of the challenges in your brain, in your mind, let go of them. Let them not be bigger than they have to be. Let yourself be untethered. You have to allow yourself to feel comfortable with the freedom before you take the leap of faith. So there is a bit of a process to this, but this is certainly let yourself continue to move in the new direction. I talked about the path before. The path backward may seem easier right now. It's definitely time to hunker down and believe in the beauty that the unknown has to offer you. Rose petals. This is telling me that you have such wonderful things to look forward to, and you will have help along the way. Blessings will come into you that basically will help ease pain, help make up for resources that you lost. Also, it is the asking for it. It's putting your pride to the side and saying, I actually do need help. You're going to get a lot of it. You're going to get an abundance offered to you. But there does have to be a sense of a show of you turning it over your pride, and, you know, handing in your pride and turning it in for humility and opening yourself up to other people's compassion. Check this out. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Oh my God, how beautiful is that? And you're getting constant new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. You have a new moon, you have a new beginning, and then you have a new moon in this. This is the card that really told me, wow, Taurus needs to hand this over to the universe. Taurus really needs to raise their hands in prayer, not raise their hands in work at this point. This is a time to show that you know that the universe has your back by letting it work for you. And showing it that you have confidence by letting it work for you. When you turn it over to faith, whatever this challenge is, turning it over to faith and then asking overtly for help, especially to the universe or God, whatever you call it, yourself. These are the actions of somebody who is prepared to take on the last leg of their journey before they reach their completion point or their goal. So this is a turning point. If you love this reading, let me do a little plug. If you love this reading, before we go into the spirit animal, the totem cards, like messages that are coming into you from your spirit animals. If you love this reading, please do like it. As well, click that subscribe button and then also ring that bell so that you get notified, and make sure it's on all notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video. I upload between 12 and 13 videos a week with each of the zodiac signs and sometimes non-zodiac sign specific content. So always watch your sun, your moon, your rising sign. There's lots of content on you, and I don't want you to miss a thing. There's also the Vimeo extended. Every single time there's an extended link right below this video. And you can always go and subscribe directly to Vimeo so that you get the extended earlier and sooner. You get the extended sooner. And then beyond that, you also get the weekly astrological forecast. I do not post it over here because I'm uploading too much over here and YouTube is a little finicky with that. So I upload it over there. It's for free. You can watch it. It's live. It's not budgeted. You can definitely watch it for free. It's a weekly astrological forecast of what's coming this by the week. And that is definitely time sensitive. So you know what to expect coming up with the vibrations coming at you this week. I also post that in part to Instagram, where I invite you to come and join me for live readings. I do live readings Monday through Friday on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries, and I would love to see you there. Instagram has unique content that I don't upload to Vimeo or YouTube, so there's lots of different ways to interact with the channel. Let's get into your animal totem readings. That came out, beginning, middle, end. Let's start. Reclaim your power. To me, this is feeling like a conscious decision to get back into the swing of things and to make decisions that bring you closer to yourself. This is you actually starting to emerge from the shadows. It could have been for the first time in your life, you're actually taking center stage instead of being the backdrop for somebody else. And then we have slow and steady wins the race. This is happiness and peace, as well as emotional stability. It's also saying you don't have to rush. When you start just coming out, there is a strategic advantage to going slow, so that, you know what, you don't trip and fall so much, so that you get to learn the path and how things feel under your feet before you jump right in. This is a sense of letting yourself get comfortable with every new step that you take, and having the strength and the courage to not let anybody else rush you. And now something all comes out. What the fuck is it? Be loyal to what you love. Beautiful energy. So I really, your heart is really in this strong place right now. You have an idea in your mind, you know your purpose, and really it's beyond any sense of responsibility to pop culture or popular beliefs. This is really responsibility to family, to friends that are considered family, to your own ethics and your own morality, and beginning to put them first. Things are speeding up. So whatever enterprise you entered into, this is Gemini energy. Communications are coming in. You're getting the information that you need. You have the data feed coming in, and you're actually things are starting to process very well. And you do see some progress. You do see some forward motion. Things are coming together. These two together could also indicate family. You could be working on building a family right now, in which case there may be a baby on the way. FYI, that's for some of you. Very, very niche group. Spirit has a plan. This is all in divine timing. In fact, I think once you decided to slow down and not put too much pressure on yourself, there was this sense of really setting in time and getting into the rhythm, like the universal rhythm. And so you're following that. It's also a sense of overseeing something. You're in charge of this. Spirit has tapped you to drive your own life forward. So it is destiny in a way. It is destiny, but it's also very much an act of free will. You see clearly now. all the cobwebs that were in your head, or all the concerns, all the worries, they're out of your way now. They're kind of all done. Yeah, this is a sense of knowing your truth, being aligned with your truth, having been hurt, having suffered a lot of sadness, and moving on from it. You could also be in mourning, having learned a lot through the loss of somebody that you cared about. But the path is clear even in the dark now. So this is a very encouraging sign that says even when things get dark, you have the eyes to navigate it. Ooh. And then we have Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. So not just plodding through and taking this so seriously so that becomes torment. This is a reminder to remember why you love doing this. Remember why you believe in this to begin with. And if you're not somehow ending up joyful at the end of the day, then either you're not doing things right and you have to go back and rethink the kind of stress you're putting on yourself, or you're not doing the right thing. You're not involved or engaged in something that actually makes you happy. So change. A rebirth is assured. You're moving forward. Your life is getting better and better. This is you emerging from a long, dark slumber. But get ready for change. Get ready for even especially a perspective change. Ooh, time for a deep dive. This may be one of the biggest changes. Who you love, who you're with, or whether or not you're in partnership to begin with. In fact, if you've been all kinds of like career, this could come up and really throw like a wrench in your works. But it's at the perfect time and it's exactly what you need. And whatever this wrench breaks needed to be broken so you could get to your real heart's desires. Oh, shit. White Stag is here. Take the lead. No wonder you feel like things are so murky or undecided or frightening, because nobody's really been put on this path before. This is a new direction. And you're sort of like, you're just sort of blazing this trail. So you're going to get a lot of branches in your face, Taurus. But, I mean, occupational hazard, right? That's what trailblazers have to suffer. Stag only appears when you've been tapped. You've been asked to do something that is particularly important. And it's not something that you can overlook. In other words, this is a very important time in your life. And use your faith to help you proceed. Sometimes life stings, and this is something that's been nagging you, because that's what the wasp does. It nags, it buzzes, it irritates, and so it's sort of something's been left kind of unattended to. Your song, your voice. It's almost like in some ways feeling trapped or holding this inside of you has actually caused you pain. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit. So this is like almost like the moon card. The wolf howls at the moon to release all the sadness and pain that the nighttime reveals. So, and in doing so, empowers itself with some sort of control over the unseen, because to pick up sound, you do not need light. And that's why the howl is such a powerful thing. It doesn't need light. It doesn't require sight. It doesn't require the sun. It's a way to communicate through vibrations. Somebody's trying to communicate something to you that may be annoying you, may be irritating you, but that's because it's really hurting you. It's saying something to you. You know they're saying something without actually speaking it. Interesting. Dream the world into being. This is definitely the past influencing the future. And before this is also regeneration, coming out from a dead place and starting something new. This is also, you have to confront whatever is that pain and that grief and that mourning in order to really be successful in moving forward. So maybe the branches aren't smacking you from the front. Maybe they're coming up and whipping you from behind. So it's time to just stop for a second, turn around, and slash away at any fucker, because this isn't something that you can run from. This is something that the only way you can get rid of it is to confront it and cut it down. Ooh, that message just took a sharp turn. That's okay. Taurus. Taurus, these are your angel messages. So they're messages of encouragement and direction directly from angels and spirit guides. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Taurus. Wow. Okay, forgiveness. Let the past go. Clear your heart and mind through forgiveness. Oh, shit. Positive outcome. The sun is about to burst through the clouds and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope. Okay. Clarity. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in the blue of the sky. Feel a gentle breeze flow through you. There is peace. There is clarity. A magical healing has just taken place. A gift from your guardian angel. Okay, you're actually going to get some peace. The only way you're going to get this peace, though, is by allowing. Okay, let me just finish some messages. Love. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth. You're going to get some clarity on somebody's feelings, whatever pain that kept them from you, what they really feel about you, or the fact that they still feel something for you. I'm telling you, that moon right now, it's going into Leo and it's in favorable position to the South Node. There's something in our memory that's coming back up that still wasn't finished. It wasn't finished. Mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. And with that, we're heading over into tarot to get into specifics. And I will talk to you guys in the extended. Bye.